Here's Sophie Cunningham, the badass for the Indiana Fever, who is willing to fight.
Sure.
Which we are big fans of for Caitlin Clark. She was also a kicker in high school. Okay.
Oh, wow.
For the brand. Obviously, the kicker is the biggest badass on the court. I love everything about it. Sophie, welcome to Indianapolis. Love that she was a kicker. That's a big ball, too. Hey, that's a good thump. Wow. That's a good kick right there. Obviously, she chose basketball, became a professional. But I love that she stepped foot on the field. The amount of courage it takes. She was a black belt in 6th grade or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, an absolute dog. Now she's a member of the Fever. We're thankful for her. And tonight, the Indiana Pacers will try to extend the NBA Finals in Game 6 on ABC. We'll be here. We'll probably be having one. You should too. We'll continue digitally. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Okay, that was pretty good little wrap up there.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. Didn't think I was going to be able to hit the Sophie Cunningham thing. Wanted to.
Yeah.
She's playing a very key role for this Fever team.
Yes.
She's playing a very key role for this Caitlin Clark career, I think. We talked about you. We talked about JJ. You know, like I got a chance to see it up close and personal with James Johnson whenever I was here for the Knicks games and the Knicks and Pacers game. And it was like, that is a pivotal thing for stars. And Sophie can get buckets too. So it's not like, hey, we're just here to fight. I appreciate that is the case. And what are your thoughts? I don't think we've asked you this about the WNBA as a whole, the moment they're having right now, and Caitlin, and kind of this new era, seemingly, of women's basketball.
I love it. I love competitiveness. I think it's great for the game. I think when people watch basketball and they think of basketball being physical, being competitive, being a little chippy, they think about us. But I think W is just as competitive and maybe even more chippy. You know what I mean? And for Caitlin Clark, I think it's great what she's done for the league.
Has it always been like that?
What?
Chippy.
Yes. W
Okay.
or NBA?
WNBA.
I think so. Because I look at, the history of, Candace Parker and when she first got in the league, and I saw a couple clips of how she got treated when she first got in the league and how veterans were treating her. So this is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? So, but it helps.
So I think there's a lot of new W fans. I think that is very okay to admit. I think, like the Caitlin Clark college basketball era with obviously Angel Reese and that LSU team and Coach Dahn Staley down there in South Carolina. Like that era, I think, followed into the WNBA. Caitlin Clark definitely being the biggest driver. No questions asked. We're in Indianapolis. Like what she does, she sells out more than Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift. There's a couple people that sell out everywhere. Okay. Caitlin Clark sells out everywhere. I mean, she is a bona fide superstar. Obviously, a lot of eyes. A lot of new eyes, I think, on the W, which is good for the league as a whole. And I think everybody's thinking, like, well, they're treating Caitlin different. And I think if you listen to the people that are in the W, now, granted, obviously, it has been absurd to watch every single thing that they've done to Caitlin. I mean, last year, in between free throws, girl goes over and they say, this is not different than anything. But I think the chippiness of the league has always been there.
Yes.
And I think that's what people that have watched W are trying. I don't know if they're explaining that enough to the new fans, but like, hey, it's always been this style of basketball. I think not a lot of people know that, D-Bud.
Yeah, it's just more eyes on it. Like you mentioned, Caitlin Clark being kind of
myself included, by the way.
Yeah, being that golden goose. But I went to UConn. I didn't watch much women's basketball before going to UConn, and they were defending champs at that point, men and women. So I watched a lot of them. Were friends with a lot of the girls on the team. So we would practice as football players. We were practicing. I got fouled harder playing against them than I did against football players, and that's no bullshit. And then I obviously watched a lot of them go into the WNBA and follow their careers there. So yeah, this has always been the case where there's been and obviously once again, Caitlin Clark is different because of all the different eyes, so all the different opinions,
and how good she is.
Her play, number one. That's why she was the best college scorer, men's or women's, that you've seen career-wise from wire to wire as far as the points that she puts up, the way she passed the ball, where she shoots from. You don't see many men doing this. Definitely the first woman we've seen play like this, so that's a huge part of it. But as far as the chippiness, the aggressiveness, all that has always been there. You see it with young players. You mentioned Candace Parker. I watched Maya Moore go to the W. I watched Bree Stewart, Tina Charles, all these phenomenal basketball players go at a different level. When we all competitors. So when somebody gets up there, and the first time I'm going against Odell Beckham, like you got to let him know it's a different challenge too. And then you say, okay, this Odell shit different, so I got to step my game up. So it's the same thing going on in WNBA, and I think she'll be better for it. And she is the ultimate competitor and shit talker as well. So I like it both ways.
She lets you hear about it when she cooking your ass. She lets you know everything she putting in the pot. Here go a little salt. Here go a little pepper. Here go take that with you. I'm gonna give you a little bit of this.